What's good, YouTube? Because of Kobe here. So we're diving into the next one off of Brodnax's album. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was just really busy and had a long weekend, so I decided to take the night off and rest for a little bit. I appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, I'm very excited for the next one off of Brodnax's album. We've been enjoying the hell out of this. We got a few more off of this one. We got two more after this one, so three together counting this one. We have almost completed the album for Brodnax. I've really loved this album. One of my favorite albums we've covered this year so far, and I'm excited to see what we get with another track off of it. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe for me. We talk about mental health, addiction, world issues, everything in between. Break down all the lyrics, instrumentation. I like on the whole 9 yards with breaking the bars down, talking about the meanings inside of them. I think there's a lot of things in music that can be expressed with the instrumentation and the feeling and vibes of it, and mixing that with a melody of the words can really make it easier to say a lot of things that might be difficult to express in regular everyday conversation. So it means the world to me that we have an opportunity to get on platforms like this and do that with each other, hang out for a little bit, enjoy some awesome music, and talk about life, get to know each other. I say at the beginning of every video, if you're going through a mental health or an addiction struggle, please go get professional help. It's available, and there are plenty of people who care and want to see you get better. Myself being one of them, is somebody who pulled myself out of those struggles in my own journey of life, right? I had to quit drinking alcohol 16 months ago. We just celebrated 16 months and over 4 years of no hard drugs. I can promise you it's possible to pull yourself out of those things and to start living a better life for yourself and chasing after the dreams and the goals that you have wholeheartedly, and really diving into it and making an impact on other people's lives with it as well. It really is a blessing to be here, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you guys for everything we've done on the channel so far, and I look forward to everything that we're gonna do. It's just more and more to come from here. We got plenty of music to cover, so I love you guys. We're gonna get into this one for you. Because of Kobe, a reaction video a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck those apples. We got The Race by Brodnax.
Man, dude, we had this idea, Bobby, not know why. We was gonna incorporate the blues into this rap shit.
Hell yeah. I like it.
Live from the Delta, my shelter, my stomping grind. Rep that land of Louisiana, you hear it in my sign. Came up on the...
Yeah. He said he's repping the land of Louisiana. You hear it in the sound. You really do. I say that all the time, that I love the accent that he has inside of his music. It's a natural accent that he has. It sounds amazing. There's a few other groups that also have that same accent as well, other artists as well that have that Louisiana accent that are from that area, and I fuck with all of their music, man. Louisiana has some badass hip-hop that comes out of it.
Stomping grind, rep that land of Louisiana, you hear it in my sign. Came up on that KSC, had them BB by the pine. Jumped up in that bayou, baby, never made it back to time. Tried to wash us away, but we wouldn't drown. Came up out that water, smiling, ain't gon' let you get me down.
He tried to wash us away, but you couldn't make us drown. We gonna come up out that water with a smile, man. Hell yeah, that's how you gotta do it, man. People gonna try to... Whenever people see that you got something going on for yourself, there's going to be some people that just want to try to fuck it up for you just because they're envious or they're jealous, or they're people who thought that you could never do that, and when they see you doing it, they don't like that you actually are and shit. That's the nature of becoming successful, especially inside of an artistic field and shit like that. There's a lot of people that are shady and envious and shit inside of that. You gotta be careful. That's why they're always talking about the snakes in the grass and keeping their circles tight and their circles small amongst what they like to vibe with. That's where that comes from, is because there is a lot of that toxic negative energy pushing you underwater, trying to make you drown. He said you gotta come up with a smile. I like it.
The time. Tried to wash us away, but we wouldn't drown. Came up out that water, smiling, ain't gon' let you get me down. This that muddy water music probably kept our ass alive. Survive the struggle, go find your hustle, make your family proud.
Yeah, I said that's some muddy water music. That's probably what kept us alive. So go and make it through the struggle and make your family proud. That's what you gotta do, man. Brodnax is preaching on this album. I'll tell you, he's been preaching every song on this album. Life lessons, man. He's filled with life lessons and good advice inside of his bars.
It's a lie, survive the struggle, go find your hustle, make your family pride. Reporting live from the lovely west side, country fire, certified, verified.
Yeah.
Get your shoes on, bitch, better get them tied up. We got a race to run, bitch, better keep your eyes on it.
Yeah, he said, put your shoes on, bitch, you better get them tied up because we got a race to run. Yeah. Talking about a marathon in one of the schemes earlier in the album. He said we got a race to run in this one, right? As the title says, that's true, it's the race of life, right? You just gotta keep going. You gotta put your shoes on and tie them up and fucking grab yourself by the bootstraps and pick yourself back up if you fucking fall down, man. If you fall down during the race, don't cry about a scraped knee. Pick yourself back up, dust it off, and fucking keep running with everybody. So that's what he's saying. You're going to let yourself get trampled by the people that are still coming behind you whenever you take a stumble, or are you going to pop right back up and run forward back to the people you were standing beside when you took that tumble? Hell, if you got the right people around you, which Brodnax likes to talk about this, they'll grab you by the fucking back of the shirt, drag you, and then you'll land back on your feet still standing beside all of them, and you'll be like, shit. Right? That's a good metaphor for it right there. I like it.
Get your shoes on, bitch, better get them tied up. We got a race to run, bitch, better keep your eyes on it. Ain't gon' get one if it don't get done. Nah, here I come. Out here chasing the sun, trying to get me some. All them excuses ain't gon' get you none. Son, it ain't gon' get one.
You're saying excuses ain't gonna get you none when it comes to getting somewhere with what you're trying to do. Making excuses ain't gonna get you none. You just gotta go out there, run with the race, and do it. I like it. I really like the vibe and the message of this whole album.
If it don't get done, nah, here I come. Out here chasing the sun, trying to get me some. All them excuses ain't gon' get you none. Can't trust the politics, cause they telling lies. Got y'all picking sides, following the blind. Pick money.
Man, can't trust the politics. All they're filled with is lies. They got you picking sides and leaving all you blind. He didn't say it exactly like that, but that's what he said. I love it. I love it. That's a good fucking message to start out the second verse right there. It's true, man. People are so blinded with the media and everything. I could go on a tangent about it for a whole half hour, man. I swear we could be here forever talking about that if I really went off on it. But point being, the media lies about a lot of things. They want people divided from each other. They want people on the left and then people on the right, no matter what political economy you are living in, right? What political aspect you are living in, whatever country or place you are from, that is the ultimate goal at the end of the day, is to not allow full unity amongst a society of people, because if that full unity were to occur, we would all realize collectively together how much of a bunch of bullshit all of it is, and we would stand up against it, and it would be done in a day. And that's that. Unless they blew the whole world up. That's their only option. Which, we know how they are, right?
They telling lies, got y'all picking sides, following the blind. Pick money over pride and they gon' run it in the grind. This is a war between good and evil, all this hip and prophecy.
Let's bring that back for a sec.
They telling lies, got y'all picking sides, following the blind. Pick money over pride and they gon' run it in the grind. This is a war between good and evil, all this hip and prophecy.
Yeah. Wow, they pick money over pride. He said they run it into the ground. Wow, it's a struggle between good and evil, but it's been prophesized, he said. Yep, indeed. Indeed it has been, if you believe in that, right? which Brodnax, you guys know that he does, and I do for myself as well. That's my personal belief as well. I think that we're living in a period that's already been prophesized right now. I truly believe that with the period of time that we're all living in, this has already been talked about happening, and we're just witnessing it unfold. Anybody who doesn't realize it just hasn't studied enough or read enough documents from the past. And that's not just the Bible, it's a lot more than that, right?
For pride and they gon' run it in the grind. This is a war between good and evil. All this hip and prophesy. Your big house and your big cars. Don't none of that mean shit when you ain't even got no heart. Who said it?
He said keep your big house and keep your big cars. None of that doesn't even mean shit when you ain't got heart. Wow. He either said don't got heart or don't got bars, but either way, it's a fucking hard one. It's a hard bar. I like heart. I like heart. Heart sounds more personal and brutal in that instance with what he's saying in that line. But either way, it's fucking solid as hell as a bar. I like that right there.
For pride and they gon' run it in the grind. This is a war between good and evil. All this hip and prophesy. Your big house and your big cars. Don't none of that mean shit when you ain't even got no heart. Who said it was cool to be gangster and it was dumb to be smart? Player boy, you better play your part. Play your rebel.
Wow, he said it's cool to be gangster and dumb to be smart. Damn boy, you'd rather play your part. He's saying you're just a part of the scheme of the vision at that point. Wow. Wow. That's talking about mainstream using. So here's the thing. You have artists who actually have grown up in that lifestyle and been around those things that rap about it as an outlet, and that is completely understandable, right? They're rapping about what they've been through in life. But then you have Hollywood plants that are shifted into the mainstream that talk all the gangster shit and stuff like that, but it's all cap. They've never lived that life before. Now, see, the ones that do live that life and rap about that shit, they're telling you their story and have every right to fucking rap about that stuff. But the ones that are Hollywood plants, that takes away from the genuine issue and problem of what those people that have actually lived like that are going through in their lives. And I think that that's very, very disrespectful for Hollywood and mainstream to do shit like that. And that also applies to Nashville with the country music as well, making all of these music plants, as we call them, to fucking embody what will make them money and what will be catchy and glitzy and glamorous for mainstream, instead of having somebody with a real message that's just speaking their piece, such as Brodnax or an Upchurch or a Just Trey or Leroy Biggs, so on and so forth. You get artists like that are more genuine. It starts to expose what the industry is doing, and the industry wants to push artists down underneath the water, as Brodnax was saying at the beginning of the song here, and keep them from having a voice because they don't want society to realize that your favorite rapper is going to get bodied by somebody like Brodnax. And that's facts right there. I'm just saying, man, it is what it is. Brodnax is real, mainstream is not. One will stand the test of time, one will not. That's what I'm getting at here.
Lucian ain't gon' be televised, but I know the rapture is. Seven's here get opened up, they waiting on them trumpeteers. Say they want the real, as long as it ain't real. I thought that money was gon' really.
What he said there, they say they want the real as long as it ain't real. Exactly.
On them trumpeteers, say they want the real as long as it ain't real. I thought that money was gon' really fix it for so many years. I shed so many tears and then they dried up. Time to wipe.
Wow. He said, I really thought they was gonna fix it for so many years. I shed so many tears that they done dried up. He said, I don't have no more tears to shed anymore. They're dried up. I'm just frustrated with it all now. I'm just like looking at it like it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's how it feels. I'm talking about what he's talking about Whether you apply it to the industry or politics or society and a social level, it applies to all of it. It applies to everything. The climate of all of it is shifted in the same manner, right? And that's that fake shit is embraced more than real shit is in the world. People will embrace the fake because facing reality is not an easy thing to do. Ignorance is bliss, as they say. So, when you embrace reality and you put that out into the world, you're going to get met with a lot of fucking people wanting you to not do that, wanting you to stray onto the more taken path. Don't walk that path that has the overgrowth that you gotta chop bushes down with machetes and shit in and fucking find new species of fucking creatures and stuff because ain't nobody been back there in 25 years or whatever. You guys know what I mean. I'm just being metaphorical here, painting the picture for you guys, make it a little bit fun for you, right? That's what he's saying. He's saying that they're gonna embrace what's easier to walk through over here. They're gonna say, I want to nature walk through the woods, but they're gonna walk on a concrete trail that's paved instead of going down the one that you have to chop bushes down. That's actually a real hike. That's what he's saying here with his metaphors.
Money was gonna really fix it for so many years. I shed so many tears and then they dried up. Time to wise up, baby, time to wise up. And get your shoes on, boy, better get them tied up. We gotta race the road, be ready to keep your eyes up. It ain't gon' get one if it don't get done. Nah, here I come. Out here chasing the sun, trying to get me some. All them excuses ain't gon' get you none. Son, it ain't gon' get one if it don't get done. Nah, here I come. Out here chasing the sun, trying to get me some. All them excuses ain't gon' get you none. I got a race to run.
I love the blues, man. The blues, and that's a classic sample right there. That is such a classic sample to get used right there. It sounds like frickin' 1920s blues, to be honest. Like the vocal quality, the way they have it back in the mix and everything like that. It sounds very, very classic and old school on the bluesy end of that sample. I love that he did that. I love the message of this song so much. This is a really good track right here. I'm loving this album, man. Beat play out. I love it. The harmonica too. You gotta love it, man. This was an awesome beat right here. I liked the beat in this one. I really enjoy Brodnax's music, man. I love the topics he gets into. I love the way he puts things very bluntly. I like that he also applies his own life story and his own struggles into sending a message out about how he thinks the world should be versus how it's turned out and where we have arrived at this point. And I gotta agree, man, we are in a point of the world where nobody wants to agree about everything. Everybody's so disagreeable towards each other. It's like they want to take everything that we've known and that we've valued and that we've cherished as what made our lives special and everything like that. And it's like it wants to be flipped on its fucking head. And they want the world to be the total opposite of everything that we've been doing. And it just kind of happened randomly. And like the last few years, since like the internet started to blow up more and more, is when it really happened. That people, it's like, okay, so here's a good example. This is not to like offend anybody or make anybody feel shitty, but when I was a kid, it was like here and there, every once in a blue moon, you would run into like a transgender person or something, and you would just know, like, oh, yeah, that's one of the guys that likes to dress up like a girl and live as a girl, and that's cool. And that's how it was back then. Like that's how it was whenever I was growing up, what I saw with that and everything. And then you have social media, the rise of social media over the last 10 years or so. And it's like it became trendy to get online and say that you were that. And now it's trying to be put into schools and kids are wanting to do it and all kinds of crazy shit. Like that's one of the biggest shifts that could be a good example for what Brodnax is representing really with all of the moralistic sides of his music is that it just all got flipped on its head out of nowhere and they expect people who have lived their life for their whole life to just change that and everything and how it's been. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't just flip everything like that and then say this is that and this is that now and this is going to be like that now because we said so and the people just have to deal with it. That's not, no. Like there's a lot of factors that play into how people are going to react to these things whenever you do them and whenever you change things like that. And it's not going to be a good reaction whenever you're telling people that the world has to be a certain way when you know damn well that that's not how it was set up to be in the first place. Like politics have taken the natural cycle of the world and the planet and just thrown it out the fucking window as if the universe wasn't gonna catch it and boomerang it back at their faces at some point, which is what's happening now. So I guess they should take that as a lesson learned. We'll leave it at that. Original video in the description. As always, subscribe to Brodnax. He's the man. He's killing it with this album. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. Sorry about the rants. That happens sometimes. I appreciate you guys. Go get help if you need it. I love you so much. I'm because of coffee. A reaction video a day keeps the doctor away. Fuck those apples. Leave a like for me, comment those suggestions, subscribe up this way, bang the notification bell for me. I'll see you guys in the next ones. I love you so much. Thank you for everything. Have a blessed night. Peace.